Mythic Markets offers 5 1994 Magic the Gathering booster boxes for an IPO or some kind of stock offering for $55,000 at $27.50 a share with 2,000 shares. Yeah, a lot of people have called me. Is it a scam? Is it real? Is it fake? Should we invest? I'll tell you here in a second.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Finance Friday. This is one of the most requested videos I've ever gotten in my life, so stay tuned exactly on what I feel about Mythic Markets. Before I even begin, I'm going to tell you guys right off the gate, Mythic Markets is not like a scam. I researched this. They actually are a legitimate company. They were approved by the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission, and they basically are official. They are an actual company. So that makes them not a scam. Or are they? So, for those of you who missed out on my previous video, link will be below. I did a review on Mythic Markets offering their first IPO, their first public offering of a card, BGS9 Alpha Lotus. They offered basically a stock option type of thing where you could buy a percentage of the stocks, a stock price times the amount of stocks, and you can, I think they cap it at a certain point. What was really hard back in that day was there was no liquidity option. Now I'm told by the president, CEO, and people at Mythic Markets that they are offering a liquidity option. They are working on that to get to that point. So the attractiveness of the investment may be there. But let's go into it. So first, this offering they're having is for 5 booster boxes, all English. Revised, The Dark, Fallen Empires, Legends, and Antiquities. That's right, Antiquities also. Now, a lot of you out there have messaged me, Facebooked me, whatever, texted me, and said, Dan, why the hell would I buy this? I might as well just buy these boxes myself right now. I'm thinking to myself, you're right. I could buy them right now. I could buy them for lower than around $44 to $47 to maybe $40,000 price, plus or minus, right? Why would you pay $55,000 or a share price divided by 2,000 to get that point? At $27.50. Why would you overpay? Well, because it's affordable. See, the average consumer, the average institutional investor, sees $27.50, basically an opportunity to buy into something cool. And that's cool. If you believe that this is actually something that's cool, that you want to be a part of, it's like crowdfunding, go for it. But I will tell you, I will not recommend this. I'm not recommending this product. I do not feel it's quite there yet. And here's why. I don't feel, one, it's liquid enough. There isn't a liquidity option. I know. Mythic Markets has said they're working on that. They're going to get there. What is liquidity? If you go to your TD Ameritrade app, not Scottrade, but whatever, any of the apps you have, right? E-Trade, whatever. Robinhood. You can basically sell your shares of IBM, GE, Apple, Boeing, Delta Airlines, I don't care what you're doing, instantly, right, when the market opens. Even before the market opens, right, pre-trading. But with this type of thing, you can't sell your shares, ever, until there's a vote, some miracle vote from the gods. I still don't understand, by the way. Someone explain to me what this vote is or how does it work. I don't know. But at what point do you ever get your money back? So let's say you put let's say you buy one share at $27.50. Is that going to break your bank? No. It's like a percentage of your cell phone bill. Who cares, right? Some of you may not even care about it. Some of you will be like, whoa, I bought this and I don't even remember I bought it. They even have a fancy stock certificate that you can get. I think you have to buy a certain amount of shares. I don't know what it is. Give you a piece of paper saying you own this. Now, they are a legitimate company. They are backed by investors, great website, great marketing, everything. Channel Fireball, Channel CFB events, whatever. You know, when the Magic festivals were open, they were there. They were there in Vegas. I saw them. They were great. Great people. I think the CEO is Joseph. Great guy. Joe, if you're watching, I want to tell you the honest truth. To all the viewers out there who have contacted me, because I have to be as honest as possible, it's not smart to invest in it because I said liquidity. But here's the number 2 reason why. Do not get into it. Because it's dead money. D-E-A-D. Dead money. You're probably thinking, well, damn, $27.50. That's not going to change my life. Okay, you're right. But how about you buy 10 shares? That's $270.50 or whatever. I don't know if you could buy 100 shares. Maybe you could. That's like $22,750. The point is, I can think of so many other investments right now in this shittier economy that we have because of the C-word mess. I can think of so many stocks to buy that you will not get charged the 20% premium or 15, whatever. They're going to say, well, you know, it's about 10% premium. Okay, fine. It's a premium. Somewhere there's a 10, 15, 20% premium, whatever number you want to put. You get the boxes cheaper yourself if you had the capital to buy the boxes. That's not the point. The point is that there's other investments that have way more upside than this Mythic Markets offering. It's a terrible offering. Now, here's the other thing. The third thing, if you actually think this is an investment, I'm telling you right now, it's not. To me, it's not. I'll tell you why. Investment to me is cash flow. Make sense? Cash flow. Something you've heard about, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, whatever. This type of thing has no cash flow. You don't get a dividend. You don't get additional, rent. Nothing. You just get some stock certificate, and you don't even know when they're going to vote. You don't even know it's liquid. It's more, some people have told me the word gambling. I'm not sure it's quite gambling, but it's not investing. It's not an asset to me. And to me, there's only 2 things, right? There's assets and liabilities. And this, to me, is a liability because it's not making me any cash. I can buy anything else. I can buy Taco Bell stock right now. Right now, Chipotle stock is better than this. Seriously, I'm not kidding. I'm not lying. Buy Amazon. I'm not even a stock trader. Don't trust me. Trust me in the sense that I know magic stuff because I've been doing it for a while. But there are other things you can buy. But it feels good. What is this? What the hell is this thing? It feels good. What it is that they're playing on your urge of collecting. And that is why I had to cry a little bit. That is why it saddens me. It saddens me. It saddens me that this type of vehicle has any type of legs. A lot of collectors understand this. When you buy something like these boxes, or you buy packs, or you buy cards, or you have a binder of cards, you play them in your decks, Magic, right? You don't even get to enjoy them. You don't even get to look at them. In fact, you really don't know how to look at them because they're not even behind your wall. They're not like my friend Phil, who has tons of Shivan Dragon artist proofs. They're not like my other friends who have wooden mantles and cases of stuff, pictures of friends, decks that they've played. It's just basically like a picture and a stock certificate. I'm not anti people that do what they do. I don't care if you do it. It's your choice. But I'm giving you guys my thoughts. That it saddens me that a collectible is in this manner. Now, I think the problem is execution. I think the idea is good, but the execution is terrible. in the sense as this, is that I wouldn't have offered anything unless there's a liquidity option. Because number one, if people are not able to sell their shares and actively trade and want to offer that to their to other clients or whatever, because they need the money or whatever, it gives them an out, right? Now it's just like, whoa, I don't really know. But the other thing I really am sad about is that if I really want to see the item, is there a way for me to actually go to the facility of mythicmarkets.com and see the item? Did I miss that in the fine print? I think I read everything in the fine print. Joe, tell me, call me. Call me on my cell. I'm doing nothing right now. Call me about this. Is there a way for the public to see the items that they're buying the shares into? 2,000 shares at $27.50. I want to see, as a shareholder, the item I'm buying. Because in stocks, you can have an annual meeting, you can do a shindig, they talk to you about what's going on. Is that happening? Is there also, brings up the point, an actual annual meeting? Is there actual stuff, like what's the performance? Or is it all digital? So what you're doing is you're treating a collectible. And I gotta say this in my wholehearted truth. There are collectors who would actually want to buy these boxes and enjoy them. Either open them up, they might be an investor, but they might have them stored away. They might have them showcased in their office, whatever. There's someone that will appreciate it. What can we do as investors, and you call this investing, right, to appreciate this investment? Or are we just using it all as a commodity, an investment, and just really just a digitalized piece of paper, thin air, Fugazi, Bitcoin type of thing, whatever? So it saddens me. And that is probably the worst part of it, is that I emotionally got very upset with the situation. All right, I'm going to sum this thing up. All in all. You see this owl? You see this owl? This owl is for closers. Owl is for closers. I want you guys to understand this. I've done a lot of videos about investing and finance and stuff like that, and I'm being dead honest with you. If you are a serious investor, okay? My Magic the Gathering University students, listen to the words out of my mouth. Do not buy into this thing. It's not investing. It's, I want to say, pure gambling. It's basically just, it's just like, it's donation money. I don't know what's going on. Your money can be used for other ways. You will get more dividends, more returns in other ways. Other vehicles. I don't even want to go through. I can name them so. I can get a banjo out and start playing my violin. I can play my violin and start streaming. I don't even want to start. But I will tell you that the whole entire thing, if you have extra money and you want to really invest, don't invest in this. Now, if you really want to put your money into this, that's fine. You better have lots of extra money in other investments first. And one day, if this becomes, okay, $55,000 for this box, these boxes, 5 boxes, let's say that becomes 4x. Okay? I can agree with that. I can agree that one day it could be 4x. Maybe 20 years. Maybe. Maybe sooner. Who knows, right? I might be wrong. Nevertheless, that is 4x your money for decades, possibly, for something you cannot touch, you cannot feel. There are so many other stocks, so many other cards, so many other investments. Now, I feel like a lot of you, and I'm going to play devil's advocate. I got to do it. I got to do it. What is the plus side to this investment? Okay, we're going to call it investment because I'm a Mythic Markets pro Mythic Markets now. The biggest pro is that it's another diversification of what I have. It also is kind of it's a startup company. They're going to have other offerings, which they've hinted on, based on if you go to their website, they got comics, video games, other stuff, right? Transformers maybe, whatever. That's fine. So you're buying into something, right? They've done this with artwork. They had like a Monet or some other Andy Warhol. It's called masterworks.io, I believe. And they've done this crowdfunding-ish stock thingamabobber, and it's similar, right? But I gotta say, I gotta ask you a question. I don't think Warren Buffett is investing in this stuff. I don't think Bill Gates cares. The reason why is that if you have the capital to work, to build an investment, this is not something you'll do. And sadly, I think some of you think it's a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm not saying it is. I am saying that it seems like it. Its perception is that, man, I can make 4x my money in about a decade or so, so I'm going to just go for it. It's only $27.50, so I'm going to make about $100-something, $120 in 10 years, let's say. Is that really, really what you're hoping for? Well, if you do, I'm happy for you, and that's great. But there's so many other investments that will make you more than 4x in 10 years. And you'll have way more stability and more control. And that is the last thing I'm going to say to you, everybody, is that if you are a Mythic Markets, pro Mythic Markets thing, I've said this already, this is my last thing, but seriously, I want you to think about, do you really have the financial stability to lose that money? What if the company, I'm not saying it's going to happen, there's a corruption, there's theft, it goes under, right? Lose all the stock. There is a risk in any investments, set in the fine print, right? Always. If I was able, Mythic Markets, and here's what I would say, is that if I was a pro Mythic Markets investor, I would want to see the product I want to hold the product. I want to see it legitimately as a real product, not a picture. I want to see video content. I want to be able to have an annual meeting. I want to be able to trade my shares at any point at any time. I want to be able to see that there is a lot more than just this make-believe Fugazi number always made up. It doesn't make any sense. And I want to see more products. I want to see many more products so I can choose and at least have an opportunity, like I do with stocks, real estate, to be able to select other investments, not just one. And that's why I feel like it's not quite there yet. I'd rather wait. I'd rather wait until they get that going and then put my money into it. Because I do think it has potential. But I don't think it's the right time. Did you guys learn something? I hope you did. Goodbye, guys. Have a good weekend.
Thank you everyone for supporting our channel. It means a lot to me that you're enjoying the content we're putting out there. I have a Patreon page that supporters have access to special perks and rewards. Become a supporter at patreon.com/vintagemagic. As a patron, you receive exciting pricing on sealed product, flash sales, annual gifts, and personalized consulting services from me. Again, thank you for subscribing to our videos and supporting the channel. I love meeting players, collectors, and investors all over the world. If you see me at a Grand Prix, please come by and say hi. I would love to meet you. Thank you everyone for your support and friendship. Thank you everyone for joining me. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. I'm excited to share more about our appraisal services. All right, so the first step of the appraisal process is determining if your items are authentic. After determining that the items are authentic, we will then do a market evaluation of your items. So oftentimes clients ask me, hey Dan, I want to insure my collectibles. Well, after the authenticity and evaluation part of the appraisal process, I would then construct an official letter and we would send that off to the insurance company. Your insurance provider would then offer you insurance based on the evaluations and authenticity. We also offer pre-grading services. So collectors who are looking to save money on grading can go through us. We will actually grade and authenticate the cards before you send it off to grading, and that will save you potentially thousands of dollars on grading fees. Also, we offer estate collection services. So basically, if you've acquired a collection over the years, either from a family member or yourself, and you want to pass it down to your kids, we're able to determine valuations based on the levels of today.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.